Very good afternoon, Southport. We are local Christians from different places in the Northwest, and we come out on the street because we think we've got the greatest news in the world. And when you get good news, you can't keep that to yourself. If you heard there was a cure for cancer, you'd be telling everybody. And as Christians, we found something even greater than that. Not just cancer, we believe that we have found the answer to the grave, full stop. That death can be conquered, people's sin can be conquered, and that's why we come on the street. But what I'm going to do here is just show that we're normal people, living normal lives. We don't get paid to do this, we all have real jobs. So we're just going to interview John here, and John's going to tell a little bit about himself, and then he's going to do a little talk. But if you've got any questions, we like interaction, we might not have all the answers, but we'd love to discuss with you. But here's my friend John. John, tell us who you are and where you're from.
Okay, I live over near St Helens, but I work in Liverpool and I do IT and data related stuff.
Okay, so we got an extra detail there, so he works in IT and data with that?
I do.
Is that in, where do you work, where do you do that, John?
It's in Liverpool City Centre, it's for a finance office.
Okay, so are you finance office, so are you worth a bit of money there then, John?
Sadly, I'm not.
Oh, so if anyone's got any spare change, John will hopefully accept that. So John, why are you on the street? I'm guessing on your day off.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Why have you come out today?
I'm a Christian. I've gone to church for an awfully long time now, but it's not going to church that makes me a Christian, it's what I believe.
Okay, wait a minute. Did you hear that, people? He said he's grown up in church, but that did not make him a Christian. Surely that's the connection. Surely going to church, that must mean you're a Christian.
No, it is the heart, the attitude of the heart, I believe. So I believe that God sent his son to die on the cross, that anyone who asks him for forgiveness for their sins can be forgiven and then can have eternal life with God in the life to come.
So what happened in your life, John, from going to church and not believing, not having anything in the heart? What happened to you to make you think, actually, I now believe and there's something different? What happened?
Well, I had a lot of difficulties at school, a lot of learning difficulties. I was always frustrated and angry that I wasn't able to do the lessons and complete the tasks like everyone else in the class could. So I had a lot of angry and bitter thoughts towards God. I used to curse him for making me that way. And one day I realised that if I died right there and then, I would go to hell for all the angry, bitter thoughts I've had against him. So I prayed for forgiveness. I asked him to give me peace, to forgive me.
Wait. So you were angry with God, you were bitter against God. So what then made you go, actually, I'm going to pray to this God and ask for forgiveness? Surely we've missed the step there, John.
I realised that I had no right to be angry with him, that he is good, and that I wasn't. And because I've grown up in a Christian family, I believed he existed, I just didn't want anything to do with him. But that changed over time. I felt guilty, I realised I needed him, that he had something that I needed, so I knew I had to go to him for forgiveness, regardless of how I felt about my personal situation.
Okay. Was there something that happened that made you have a different perspective of who this God was?
For me it was guilt based on, I believe there is a heaven and a hell. I believe he has control over both of those destinations, and I believe that if I was going to die right there and then, unfortunately I would have gone to hell, and I wanted him to change that.
Okay, so has that been changed, John? What happened when you asked for that forgiveness?
I prayed for about a week, and after a week I did feel forgiven, and then from that point on I felt I had a personal friend that I could go to and pray to help me in the various struggles at school, and then later on college, university and work. And over the years that relationship has developed, and so it's not just a case of get out of hell free card, it's now a personal relationship where I'm going to a much better destination to be with him.
Has that, John, changed
Well, it's got a
the
single
way
bed.
that you live? Has it changed you?
Yes, I read the Bible and it gives me guide for life on how God would want us to live for our own good. And I try and follow that. It's difficult. I'm aware that I'm still sinful. Only God is perfectly good. But in trying to live for Him and in asking Him for help, He helps guide me through difficult situations.
Okay, so if you died today then, John, so before you said you would be going to hell if you died,
Yes.
if you died now, do you know where you're going to be?
I would 100% be going to heaven, not because of anything I've done, but because what God did for us on the cross with His Son to give us forgiveness.
Okay, so you're not saying, John, that you're a good person, you're better than people, and that you're going to heaven.
I'm not a good person, and if I went to God with my own merits and said, I want to come into heaven, He would say no.
Okay. And so you said as well, it's not easy being a Christian. Do you find it easy being a Christian at work?
It's not. It's very hard to stand up for what you believe when everyone else has a different opinion. It's also hard when I naturally have things I want to do in a way I want to live, which isn't always in accordance with what God says we can do. So it's a slow process of being conformed, and it's an entirely reliance on God.
Now, last question, John, before we let you do your talk, is what do you think of the people walking past, or whoever's watching on this video? What do you think of them? Some of them may be indifferent walking past.
I would say everyone has the same need. Everyone has an eternal soul. Everyone is going to live in eternity. I would implore people to consider where they're going to spend that eternity. The offer of salvation from God is free. It's full and free. People don't have to do anything on their own part. It's been paid for them. They just have to accept the price that's already been paid and ask God for forgiveness.
Okay, John, thank you. It is over to you.
Thank you.